Oh, hey, everybody. I'm going to do my best to keep this channel. If there's no activity on this channel, without this tablet that I'm on, if I lose it, it gets stolen, it breaks, malfunctions, I can't do anything to this channel. I'll be at Paul Pachula. It's all one word now. Paulpachula. It's all one word, and there's no capital letters. So if I'm not moving forward here with videos, I'm at Paul Pachula on YouTube. All right. Now, good evening to you. I worked 16 hours today, and I sure am happy about it because I'm going to finally catch a break and make a good paycheck. And I hope it goes next week. If I get 5 or 6 paychecks out of this with the good overtime hours, I should be okay. I should pull out of this crap I'm in. Now, first off, let me say one thing. I have a lot of geriatric people. I used to have 250, 260 subscribers. A lot of those were geriatric people. Now, we have some of those people here. A lot of those people know Def Leppard. They know Heart. They know Whitesnake or whatever it is. They were in their late 30s or something, or 40s, mid 40s, when the music came out in the 80s. You know, Bryan Adams and all that kind of stuff. The next generation back was Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and all that kind of stuff. But you're still relevant to this conversation here because we're not that far off the mark. So you can still remember. Now, I want to tell you something happened to me listening to music that hasn't happened in a long, long time. And that was, I heard a song that I have not heard in 30 years. Or maybe it's not 30 years. Maybe it's less. Maybe it's 20 years. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's a hell of a long time. What made it so special was that this was a song that I remembered that was one of the most raucous rock songs in the pop genre. You know, like you can get all sorts of shit like fucking Rob Zombie and all that kind of stuff. All White Zombie, whatever the hell it is. You can get all kind of crazy shit. But for the pop kind of thing, this was about as good as it got. And I could not remember the name of the song, and I could not remember the name of the group. And then I started, because like the AI kind of takes you all over the place that they think you want to go, which is usually right. You know, it gets it usually right. Not always, but it just puts in those filters and it all does it by itself. So, man, I really, really heard one. And I was so entertained by this and so waiting to hear the song because I figured out what it was. Now, for those of you who are geriatric right now, you know that you remember Puddle of Mudd. And Puddle of Mudd was all over MTV in 2005 and 2004 and 2006 and 2007. They were all over. They ruled the pop charts. It's just a simple fact. They had that song Psycho and Spin You Around and all these beautiful songs. The other one there, Everyone's so, everything's so fake. I can't remember the name of the song right now, but Numb. I forgot what the name of it is anyway. But that group was Def Leppard of the 90s. I'm sorry, of the 2007 area. And they just ruled like no other. And I finally found the song, and I'm going to leave a link for you here because it tickled me pink when I heard that song. Because I could not remember the name of the song, and I haven't heard it since like 2007 or 2008, for God's sakes. So I knew about Psycho because I remember Psycho. Maybe you're the one. Maybe you're the one. Where's it on Psycho? Yeah. Maybe you're the one. That one. I knew about that because once in a while it goes, it pops up or something. But this song has been completely hidden since 2008. I'm quite sure of that. So when I finally figured out what it was, I put it on, and then I heard the very first note, and I said, oh my God, I'm going to really enjoy this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play the first note, and my God, I pushed pause, and I said, man, this is going to be really sweet, because I have not heard this song. It's a song that once in a while I've tried to figure out what it was. I knew it was a raucous group, but I forgot what group it was. It's Puddle of Mudd. The name of the song is called Famous, and that was the one. I wasn't sure about it at first, but as I heard those first 2 or 3 notes, I knew exactly what it was. So I said, I can't wait to hear it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you a couple of notes of it. I can't play much of it because they'll pop the video. So go ahead and enjoy this, and I'll put the link in the description. All the geriatrics there, 65, 68, 71. You know you liked this. Okay? You know you liked it. Don't tell me you didn't. I mean, Puddle of Mudd was all over the place. Blurry was the name of that song. That was also very popular. I think, and that might have been earlier. That might have been like 2005 or I forgot now, but it was probably, I don't know, somewhere around that area, I would imagine. So let's go ahead and let's play Puddle of Mudd for you. The song called what is it? Famous. Famous. And let me pull this up for you. And then, of course, it's not going to pull up because I've got to put the whole damn thing. Famous lyrics. Now that's the wrong one. Okay, here it is by Puddle of Mudd. And like I told you, I can only play this for, I think, 4 seconds. But as soon as you hear it, you're going to go, God damn. Fuck, man. I remember that song. That song absolutely fucking raged. And I was just so tickled to get it. I'm going to share it with you, okay? Here we go. Sorry, this is a commercial. And then we'll get on to the news. I can't play any more than that because they'll pop the video. So they might even try to pop it for that too. It's fucking assholes, with their fucking stupid copyright. Folks, that's going to be on the link in the description. All my geriatric people, all the young people that come to this channel. I was going to say you're not lucky, but you got plenty of music nowadays, but Puddle of Mudd was where it was at, okay? There were others too. But let me see if somebody has tried to call me here for my family. I guess not. And you know what? I'm getting so sick of this fucking Meta. Let me help you search right here. Go fuck yourself. How does that sound there, okay? I keep trying to take you off. You get in the way of everything. Go fuck yourself. I don't want you, Meta. Let me grab you and put you fucking down. I don't want you. I'm not interested in you, Meta. See what I mean? It keeps that motherfucker, gets in the way. And you got to keep on fucking with it. Fucking assholes. Get out of here. I'm trying to move it now. It won't let me move it. Fucking assholes. I hate this shit. Fucking go away. Not interested in your fucking help. AI, not interested in the least. Fuck out of here. Tired of this shit already. They want to help you and everything gets in the way of everything. That little circle thing there. You know, it'll block things when you want to see what's underneath there and stuff. Assholes. Can I get rid of this now? See, and they make it fucking impossible, right? Like it should be there, right there. And then you should be able to swipe it off the fucking screen. No, they don't. Johnny Quest. That cartoon was the first cartoon that looked like reality. And it wasn't like some weird shit. And that's the sticker I'm going to use for my son right there. Right there. We're going to do a nice project on there. And that's what's kind of been holding me back from coming on and doing my show. Anyways, my son is graduating. And that's the patch I bought him. But I didn't think he would like it, so I didn't do it. And at the top is, in the red, Ray Spannon, whose real name is Roger. Haji is the Indian kid who was adopted by them. Johnny Quest is the son, and the father is Ben. I forgot his name, but it's Ben Quest. I can't remember. I forgot his name now, but anyways, there you have it, okay? Now let's go ahead and let's get into the news. I hate doing this at night, but I know the subs won't follow me over to another channel, so we're going to be fucking stuck with this. So the first thing is, let's check out oil, and let's see what's going on with that. Well, we got it. Post Malone, Barry Manilow cancel concerts. What's that all about? You know, I like this guy. I like Post Malone, but you know, he's going to die by the time he's 33 or 34 years old, whatever he is now. It's probably that now. The guy is a complete fucking party animal. I mean, everybody knows it. He just, what's his name there? That guy that did Honeybee, that song Honeybee, I can't remember. It's the country singer. And he's on one video with him. You know, he said, like, he did the music with him, and he said he couldn't keep up with him because this guy fucking parties all night and doesn't stop. And I know he's got a kid, and he met a woman that, you know, settled him down, but that's all part of alcoholism and drug abuse. That's what you have to do. In order to keep doing drugs, you have to quit drugs. That's the only route you can take. So in order to be able to assure yourself that you're going to do drugs, you have to go to rehab. And you have to meet a woman who will take you off drugs, thereby guaranteeing that you will do drugs and drinking in the future. It's like fate for these people. They just can't stop it. And the guy from Puddle of Mudd, and by the way, they came out with an album, I guess it was in 2025. I listened to it today on the way home. It's not bad. There's one called Beautilicious. It's okay. It's okay. It's listenable. But the other track is more listenable. It's called Don't Look Back, or Don't Look Back, something like that. You can look for it. Great, good song. I had to listen to it a few times to pick up, you know, which way the music goes. And it's a nice song. And I think it's better than that Beautilicious, something like that. It's softer than the Beautilicious because it's just a continuation of the, you know, drug routine. And that guy's got all kind of problems. He got arrested. He wouldn't get out of the car. His name is Wes something or another. And, I mean, you know, he's a mess. You know, he's a mess. So he cleaned up for a while. But then, like about 5 years ago, he cleaned up. But now, evidently, he's back on the sauce. So let's go ahead and get into the news, and we'll cover this out. I just wanted to add a little color there. Let me find out why Post Malone is not doing his concert. Really? He's going to start doing Barry Manilow songs now? Is that it? Grammy winners Post Malone and Barry Manilow canceled several upcoming tour dates so they can complete his next album. All right, so is he going to do something with Post Malone? That's bizarre. It'll be interesting. His country stuff came out remarkable. I like it a lot. All of it. There's like 4 songs that are real big pop hits. I like them all. Man, just in passing here, I saw my ex-landlord from the year 2010, I believe. 2009 or 2010, it was one of those two. And he might have been like 70 when I was there. And now he's something like, well, what is that, maybe 16 years older? And he was a big man. He was a big, tall man, Jewish guy, in fairly good shape, you know. But the thing is, he was taking that fucking Xanax. And when I was over there, he had bad wasps in his roof. And I helped him, to get it out. It was to my benefit, too. And I tried my best, to go and get the cans. And you have to get that stuff that shoots 20 feet. Those hornets don't fuck around. Anyways, so I got it. We had to do it 4 days in a row. Not 2, 4. Because you have to really nail it. Because they get everywhere up into the rafters. So we did it the first day. And then I asked him if he wanted to do it again the next day. And I think, to be fair, he remembered it. So we did it the second day. And then he said, maybe we'll do it one more time. So the third day I asked him, I said, do you want to, do the pest control thing because I got to go get it? He said, I haven't decided whether or not we're going to do it or not. So he had no conscious memory of the 2 times that we worked together to get the bugs out spraying. And that's what happens with that fucking, is it Ambien? I think it was called Ambien or Xanax. I think it was Ambien, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it helped him sleep. But he's a fucking retard now. I saw him and he's walking and he's all fucked up with his shoulder now. It's like this. And he's walking around like this and he's all fucking swollen and everything all around his body. And, his mother took good care of him. And I guess probably now she's bought the farm. And, he's on his own and he looks terrible. He didn't even recognize me because, I lost weight, so I kind of look more like I did when I was there. That's where I lost all my weight that time in 2009 when I kicked into gear. All right, let's go ahead and cover the news, and then we'll be done with this. So remember, if you come on and you can't see me or I'm not here and not doing videos, it means I've lost my channel. I'll try to make a comment on one of the most recent video, and I'll leave a link to the other channel. I don't know if I want to do that yet because I'm not going to go over there. I keep saying I am, but I'm not going to. All right, let's go ahead and check out the markets, and let's get into it. All right, let's try oil. Oil came down a little bit. It came down 1%, and it's holding a flat line. $101.85. That is not cheap. Although Trump thinks it's cheap, I guess. That's what he said. Because he doesn't have to get out and pump his own goddamn gas. All right, JM Bullion, I saw it was pretty flat before it. Let's see what we got here. Okay, gold down a couple dollars, 4,620. Silver's up 60 cents, actually. It's at $76.35. Stand by. Sorry, folks, the pause that refreshes. Sorry to say. But I needed to. All right. Now, let's go ahead and cover the rest. Let's do Bitcoin. We haven't seen Bitcoin in a while. I haven't reported on it. So let's do Bitcoin. And let's see what we got here. Bitcoin price. It's 80,000, up $1,500 today thus far. Okay. So Bitcoin likes what it sees. All right. I just heard, I will go over it again on the news. Iran has made a deal, but it's not going to go through, I don't think, not unless Trump grows a brain. Because right now we have a vegetative president, in my opinion, because he doesn't understand. You cannot escort boats while they sink to the bottom of the ocean. I don't give a shit how many you got. You can't escort boats that are going to hit mines and stuff like that, or be shot, even with military presence there. It's a no-win situation. Trump needs to get the hell out of there, declare victory, and get the hell out. And what it looks like is that Iran is going to allow the straits to open in 1 month, but it's going to be tied to the Israelis getting the hell out of Lebanon because they're attacking Lebanon, and they want their own nuclear program, and they do not want to be hindered with that nuclear program. Can you say Israel? So God only knows. I mean, it could go down real fast. You know, oil could drop down to $60 if good news comes out. But you know, the good news is then rejected by the bad news. You know, what's his name there? The gold and silver guy had a way to say it. He said people will they'll buy the rumor, and then sometimes it's not exactly right. All right, so there's no Dow, there's no nothing. It's Sunday today, so let's just go ahead and get into Drudge. We're going long anyway. We're at 22 minutes, but I just wanted to kind of make this a little walk and talk here, or meet and greet. Rudy Giuliani. You know, my mom had a perfect name for him because he's been there forever. That Rudy Giuliani was the mayor, the guinea corrupt mayor of New York City, which is like being a president because that place is so big. It's like Miami. The Miami mayoral position, there's so many millions of people here that it's a very powerful position. But my mom got it right, and I agreed with her. Rudy Giuliani back in 80 or 81, whenever he came in after Koch, I think is what it was. There was an old Jewish liberal Koch. But he was a kind of a strange bird. But when Giuliani got in there, he cleaned everything up. You know what I'm talking about. And, you know, it's part of the Guinea mob. And so, you know, my mom had a name for him. And, well, not really a name, but she called him Straight Crooked. And that was about the size of it. He was straight crooked. You can't stop the mob in New York City. All right. So we got Rudy Giuliani here, and this just popped up. Oh, my God. Please, go away. Go away. The last time I heard about this turkey, some woman tried to set him up. Some pretty woman tried to set him up and said, I want to meet you up in your hotel. And I think after he got his trust taken care of there and got that all arranged, he was waiting for some action. And she didn't do it for him. So it was all a letdown. Actually, it was never let up. It was always a letdown there. I mean, he had prostate cancer, too, I'm pretty sure. Giuliani hospitalized in critical condition, sick in Florida. All right. Where is he at? Mount Sinai Memorial Hospital here in Hollywood. Where is he? Timu, I do not want to spin the wheel. If this is it, we're going to have to pass on Rudy Giuliani. And, I mean, I'm just so tired of him. I don't wish anything bad on him. But, okay, former New York City Mayor Giuliani hospitalized in critical condition. New York, WACB, ABC, sorry. Former New York City Mayor is hospitalized, critical condition. Spokesman Todd Goodman didn't say what sent him there. The 81-year-old, or how long he's been at the hospital. Okay, the usual platitudes. Giuliani is a fighter. He's a guinea. He's wears his trust tight. He's fight every kind of challenge in his life with unwavering, all the usual platitudes. He's a fucking corrupt guinea. That's what he is. You don't like it? You know I'm right. Not that I should get too upset about it, but I was there in Long Island. I couldn't get home through Amtrak from Connecticut one night when I was at boarding school. And my folks sent me a ticket, and I got the train barely. I'm sitting there looking at the military supplies over at that little supply house that was right near the train station, and had some brush there. And I said, I can make it here. I got to get a can opener and this and that and sterno and blah, 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 and a knife and all this. And there it is. The train came in, and I had to fucking haul ass. And I said, wait. And the conductor says, we don't wait for anyone, but at least I could run with the train, and I jumped on when it was rolling. I don't know if you can do that anymore. I doubt it. That's how people lose their legs and get cut in half and stuff. All that routine. But I got on at a fairly slow pace. But I remember, jumping on my stomach and looking around, and everybody's like looking at me. And then, as usual, in that area, I was challenged to a game of backgammon, which I was happy to do. And it was really strange because it was like this really intellectual woman, and she kept insisting that I was cheating somehow. It was very strange because we weren't playing for money or anything, and she just kept insisting that I was cheating somehow. It was bizarre. That's how it is in New York and in New England. Everybody wants to, at least back then in the late 70s, early 80s, they all want to play backgammon, which I love. I like backgammon too. All right, let's move on here. This is not good. 3 die on Atlantic cruise ship from suspected hantavirus. Let's take a look at that. Folks, people were getting really sick on those tours. Those Jehovah's Witnesses that I keep a little bit of a distance there, but that's what they love to do. They love to go out on these cruises, and they don't do anything. They just go to those lame shows, and then they eat. And I know it's not a good thing. All right, hantavirus are spread by rodents, in particular through contact with their droppings or urine, all right, or saliva. All right. So, yeah, that's a problem. You get enough of them that die on one cruise ship. Let's see if we can take a look at that further. What was it, and what ship it was? Okay, South Africa is what it looks like. Johannesburg tested positive for this hantavirus. In a statement, the World Health Organization said hantavirus infections are typically linked to environmental exposure to rodents. And you know what? That can kill a lot of people. I remember they had one over there in Oklahoma or something like that, or Wyoming or something, somewhere in the Midwest. And what they finally figured out that it was, this is a long, long time ago, it was like 25 years ago or something, 20 years ago, that they finally figured out that it was the concessions at a big show like a rodeo or something like that. It was a big thing, and they had lots of them, and that's how they figured out, killed a lot of Indians and others, I think. I forgot now. It's been a long, long time. But that was something else. Well, it was similar. Something very similar. All right. So we know that's in Africa, South Africa. George Conway running for Congress as a Dem. Isn't this the half Filipino guy? Isn't that the guy that's half Filipino that was married to that crazy woman? AI finds cancer before tumors develop. America losing its allure for the world's migrants. Let's take a look at that. I'm sure Rudy's already got sand in his shorts right now with this. America is losing its allure for the world's migrants. The U.S. economy continues to outstrip the competition, but takes a hit from declining immigration. Let's listen to it, shall we?
America is losing its allure for the world's migrants. A plaque on the Statue of Liberty features Emma Lazarus's words, urging the world to give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. In his farewell address, then President Ronald Reagan referred to the United States as a shining city upon a hill, and added that in his vision, if there had to be city walls, the walls had doors, and the doors were open to anyone with the will and the heart to get here. But despite its continuing success, the U.S. is becoming a less attractive destination for people around the world. Currently, ascendant nativists want to close America's doors and turn away the huddled masses, and the message is being received loud and clear. You are reading The Rattler, from JD Tuchile and Reason. Get more of JD's commentary on government overreach and threats to everyday liberty. America's declining allure. According to Gallup polling published last week,
I've got to give my nickels worth on this. I'm sure Rudy will be itching all over, like somebody put itching powder on him. Folks, I see it every single day when I work these posts. Uber drivers, Amazon drivers, all these different drivers, they come in and they haven't a clue how to say the number 5. They have no idea how to pronounce the word terrace. They don't have any idea of anything because they come here and they start changing the language over to Spanish. And it's already done in Miami. Miami is a not livable place for gringos anymore unless you speak Spanish. And this is fucking ridiculous. You just can't have people that get a job that can't tell you, they can't read you the address 615 Betsy Drive. They can't figure that out. They don't even try. They come over, they bring the phone to me, and then they show me. Folks, you got to come over here and you got to be a little bit more than fucking ignorant and stupid. You can be a good worker, but if you're an ignoramus and a stupid retard and you don't want to adapt to our country, you should go back to whatever country that you're from. How's that? And that goes for all the languages, including the Ukrainians and every other one. It's not just the Spanish, but the Spanish are particularly bad because within the mutated genes of the Latinos, their mother is Spain. And that instinctive guide, much like a sea turtle, knows how to get to the sea. That inside their minimal thinking brain, they only know to try to change the language. That's what they have to do. They wear the cowboy hat with the USA flag on it. That means they've perfectly adjusted here. It's the usual. Nobody wants to admit it. And what did I tell you? I told you this like 3-4 years ago when I had my other channel. The immigrants are going to get a boot in their ass and be kicked around like they're on a field goal trying to get them back over the wall or the fence, because once you lose your job and you see some little fucking dummy, you ain't going to like it as an American. You understand? Right now, that's not been happening. But you wait. Particularly if we can't get gasoline and your stupid, dumb, fucking American traitorous ass has to pay $53 to go to work. You know how much it cost me to go to Boca Raton today? You have any idea? And I got a fuel-efficient car. It's like $25. In this thing, you got a truck, it's probably $70 fucking dollars. It's unbelievable. But you folks don't want to worship me as a God. It's so easy to worship me as a God. And it's so wonderful. I let you do it. I don't even want to let you do it. But I'm a magnanimous feeling these last couple days. Come and worship me as a God. Then you'll believe what I tell you. I told you this. The Mexicans and the Guatemalans and El Salvadorians and all the rest, Honduras, they're going to wind up fighting to get out of the country. They're going to be fighting to get out of the country if the economy gets much worse. Because it won't be the other person's problem. You know, like when it's a depression, you're out of a job, but a recession, your neighbor's out of a job or your friend's out of a job. When it's a depression, you're out of the job. These fucking brain-fucked, stupid, sub-fucking retard, idiot Americans are going to learn. And they're going to learn the hard way. All right? That's my guess. So that's what it's saying. And the more Trump takes them to fucking this place and that place and Klondike Bearville and Rattlesnake Creek over there in Texas and this and that and the other thing, they ain't going to like that. They're going to want to go and leave. And let me tell you something. If Trump holds true to his words, and I think he will, if he attacks Cuba and gets control of Cuba, and I don't know how the Russians can stop him, the Venezuelans can't do anything about it, who's going to do something? Russia's the only one that can do anything about it. And Russia's tied up with a war right now with Ukraine, and they're helping Iran with all sorts of munitions and everything else. So I don't know who's going to stop it. And if they really take back Cuba, and I've said this for a long time, and I know a lot of you agree with me. If they take back Cuba, I mean, if they not take back, we never had Cuba, but if they make it a friendly place and they dig deep harbors, you get cruise ships in there, you get an economy going, these fucking Cubans will be quicker to get out of here back to fucking Cuba than you could say, uno momentico. You understand? That's how they say it. I know I don't have much experience in accents, but I know that the Cubans say momentico. All right? They're going to go. They're going to drop their homes. They're going to sell their homes. You're going to see a crash in the properties here that you've never seen before. We already knew this. I already told you before. You don't know because you don't worship me as a God. The things that I told you, I don't tell you that as a stupid person. I tell you these things as a God. And you can believe. It might take time for it to happen, but you can believe me. Okay? This is that fucking half Filipino guy, isn't it? The one that was married to that fucking nutcase. He nearly joined Trump's administration. Now he's running. Are you surprised? Guy was a fucking retard. This guy. He was a fucking retard. Everything he did was up on the fence. Isn't this the one that was hooked up with that fucking woman that was so fucking fucked up in her head? She's pretty, but she's got that Joker look. She's got the smile that makes her look like the Joker. It's weird. Yeah, Kellyanne Conway. Isn't that the one? Let me look. Kellyanne Conway. Yeah. There was a point there where she looked like she was on a bender, or she just got off a bender. I mean, she was so, like there. See how she looked all fucked up? And it got worse. And she was all fucked up. This isn't the one I'm thinking of. The other one I'm thinking that looks like the Joker. You could tell right here. I mean, she was all fucked up, and this is with maximum. I mean, you could tell she was all fucked. She looks like a fucking like, you come out with the Barbie doll called Intoxicated Xanax or Ambien Barbie. I hate to be like making fun out of it. So this guy's half Filipino, okay? He's a fucking retard. Let's get back to. I'm not even going to go into that anymore. We got bigger fish to fry. Let's get the hell out of there. That fucking stupid retard. He's going to be a Democrat. What do you think he was? He was a fucking retard. Midterm races enter last 6 months. Amid national scrutiny, LA takes step toward non-citizen voting. Remember I told you? You'll have these little peckers that are going to be running for that fucking border, and they're going to be fighting and assaulting people to get out. You don't believe me? Just wait. New phone network for Christians to block porn and gender content. Well, maybe they found the answer. You know, folks, I'm not trying to be mean, but every time I see this, it makes me want to fucking vomit. You know why? Wasn't this the one when Trump got elected? She put out those fucking $15,000, $800 cost little fucking diamond, fake diamonds, or low quality diamond little chains, tennis chains, or whatever they called them. It just makes me want to puke. Honestly, it makes me want to puke. You know, but we're living in free enterprise, right? Right. Okay. Ivanka, the real next Trump contender, who cares? Massive search continues for 2 American soldiers in Morocco. Try the fucking cat houses, okay? Why don't you check on the cat houses, okay? Maybe we'll find get a good look through the brothels over there. Poland says that NATO is disintegrating. Canada joins European summit. Caldwell says that USA official empire is in decline. What would give you that idea? Brazil's all-indigenous soccer team debuts with victory. By the way, I know this because we have something I won't drone on it, but you get all those Latinos, speaking of people who don't have any interest in speaking English, there's lots of them that go to that stadium up there, that Lockhart Stadium, whatever they call it. It's a new name now. They, like, you know, it's good for the truck pulls. You know, they hold like 15, 18,000 people. It's not huge. It's considerable, though. So the truck pulls, this and that. What I found out is that the Latinos have their own Bitcoin for every one of these teams. And they're not just going there because they love soccer. They're going there because they're buying these Bitcoins, or that's kind of soccer coins that are like Bitcoins. That's what I found out. Interest on U.S. debt becoming top driver of future deficits. That's because right now, I just read a couple days ago, with our full GDP, meaning the gross domestic product, which means everything that we make, not profit-wise, but just everything we make, we can't pay our national debt. We can't pay the interest on it. That's why we've been telling you to buy gold and silver, because Bitcoin is not linked to it. Bitcoin is more likely to fall if there's a big Dow Jones crash, or NASDAQ, or New York Stock Exchange, or whatever. It's going to happen, folks. It's another one that's going to happen. Sheer size of past borrowing overwhelms fiscal outlook. After months of debating rate cuts, Fed shifts toward mapping out hikes. More quitting their U.S. jobs to work abroad. World's oldest dog turns 31. I got to tell you something. My ex-landlord from 1991 swore that his cat Greenie, Green Eyes, and it was like a chubby cat. It wasn't in shape at all. And that cat just slept all day up in the rafters and came down and got some food and stuff, and then a drink, and then went right back. And how that thing jumped 6-7 feet to get up to that thing, I have no idea. I never saw him do it, but he did it. I mean, it was unbelievable. Cats are amazing. And he claimed that it was 31 years old. That they got that cat in the late 60s, 67 or something like that. Said the cat was like 32 years old. So I don't know. Could be. Man, I had so much fun with that cat. It was a nice cat, but it hated all the other cats. And the woman there was a slob and a fucked up. She was all fucked up, real badly fucked up. And that was the wife of the guy. The guy was fucked up too, but I liked him. He was an all right guy. Used to play backgammon with him all the time. Anyways, she had a whole bunch of cats, and they would give birth, and then you'd have fucking 40 cats in there. So this Greenie used to love to crawl in the boxes, and they had an iron, believe it or not. You know, like you buy an iron, and it comes in a little box, and it was just irresistible to that cat to get in there. And then, like, once it got in there, it was unable to really get out without a lot of thinking on it. And I went up to it and I kind of put tape on it so it looked like the Sphinx. And, you know, it was just sitting there in this box, and it couldn't move its paws or anything. And it used to growl at the kittens, you know, like it hated the kittens. And, you know, the mother, his name was Smoke. It was a gray cat, like a gray street cat. It didn't like Greenie, Green Eyes. And, you know, they'd sometimes growl at each other. So I thought it'd be funny if I took Green Eyes and with her looking like the Sphinx, with her paws like all trapped in the box. And the only thing she had sticking out of the box was her head. And I said, let me put it with the kittens. So kittens. There's two funny things I did. The first thing is the one I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to tell you the other one. So I set Greenie down, and Greenie did not feel hesitant to really, like that, to make that sound. And that was designed to get the kittens away from her, because she had no use for the kittens coming up and licking her and this and that. And normally she would really growl and hiss and stuff. And this time when she was in that little iron box, she couldn't do anything, but she still growled. And until she figured out the game and got savvy, she was really, really growling and hissing at those cats. And the mother had that Smoke. That mother was not happy about it, because the kittens kept congregating around that box and this and that, and it just kept going. And finally, the mother cat just said, "You're not going to do this to my kittens, so stop it." And then when they were walking around her, she kind of softened her thing. It was more like a little bit. And she finally settled down, because Smoke came up and smacked the shit out of her with one of her paws. She came over after she did that, and she went, bah! And then that was enough, and I let her out. She didn't look like the Sphinx anymore. And then they all lived happily ever after. Now, one more thing I did. Those kittens were like, they were, I don't know, maybe like a month old. You know, because cats are small when they're a week or two old. I think these cats were like maybe 6 weeks old. They had claws already. And the mother was having trouble weaning them, believe it or not. And these little cats had big claws at this point. But they still wanted to go and nurse on the mom. So what I did was I put the mom there, and I took all the cats and put them onto her. And you know, the poor mother cat there was going, for about 1 minute or so. And I'm petting the cat, and I'm saying, boy, you're a good mom. Boy, what a good mom you are. And the cats were just digging in. And I finally stopped, and they lived happily ever after. I think we're almost done with this. That was probably the high point of this whole thing. It was funny. You had to be there. Okay, Disclosure Day. Goldie Hawn, who is married to, what's his name there? That one that was in the computer who wore tennis shoes. Kirk, what's his name? I forgot now. That's not his name. No, what was his name? I forgot now. Very famous, handsome actor. They were married their whole life. Goldie Hawn claims aliens touched my face. Okay? She was the one on Laughing. Goldie Hawn was the one that made everybody crack up laughing by wearing those silly long dresses and hitting herself over the head with a plush hammer, like one of those hammers that didn't have any weight to it. Let's see. Rat apocalypse forced Idaho residents to catch vermin with bare hands. I heard a story one time where the town had a really bad rat infestation, and all the residents got together and they literally went into a gigantic circle and they pushed the rats into a barn. They were literally pushing them onto one area of property, and they burned them. They lost the barn. They burned it down because the rats were so bad, and they killed them all. But I don't know. They have ways to replenish themselves, because I know when you try to get rid of them, you take out 300 in one day. The next day there's 400. You take out the 400, then there's 300. And then the next day there's 800. It's really, rats are very difficult to get a handle on. All right, let's take a look at this now. I don't know if these are... let's see. AI revolution, Hollywood feared already happening in India. Adjusted for inflation, no top U.S. hits since Titanic. I don't know what that means. Bookless bookstore, audio only. I read this earlier. They put the book into audio form, and you just pay them, and then it reads you the story. Good idea, really. All right, folks, we made it through, and it was only 54 minutes of your life gone forever. Take care. I'll try to stay with you on this channel. Unfortunately, when I work 16 hours, we got to do it at night, so I'm sorry for the delay. Take care. I love you guys and gals. Just come. Oh, I can't do my discs tomorrow. I got to cut a yard, and it's a tough one. So it looks like it's going to be Tuesday. I will get out there and do my discs, and I got those Archangels coming. So maybe it'll be Thursday when we do it. Anyways, talk to you later. Good night. May the good throw be yours of golf discs. Bye.